Hello everybody, my name is Spicy and welcome back to my channel. Today we're on Jessica's account and we're going to be doing basically every dungeon known to man. Spider, Ice Golem, Dragon, Fireknight, Sand Devil, and Iron Twins. Um, Before this takeover, I went ahead and have looked at all the dungeons, picked out some teams, and maxed the people I needed to for the teams, as it's a lot. So we have everything set up. He probably saw the triple new, the fully ascended Lady Mikaj and thought, what the heck? Yes, this account has some very amazing champions with some great ascensions. Um, but yeah, that is that's the current setup. Um, I have a lot to build and a lot of things to handle. So we're going to start with Spider and then go and probably hop around a little bit, as Spider is going to take care of all three newts. Venus is already built, and then just we have to build Ruel with some accuracy and make sure everybody is quick enough to handle things. So I'm gonna go ahead and build out Spider, guys, and then as soon as that's done, we'll run it, see how far we can get, and find a good stopping point. At least on Spider, obviously, plenty more things to do. Um, so be right back. Alright, everybody, so they're built. Now, the thing is that we're not even on to Spider Hard yet, still on Spider 20 on this account, so we're gonna have to get there. But let me go ahead and show you the build. So the first person is going to be Ruel. Ruel is he has some speed and some accuracy. That's all he's here for. Faster than all of the newts, and that's all that matters. I believe he's faster than all the newts. I could be wrong. Let me double check. Okay. Now let's get off the newts. So yeah, he just has 220 speed and 303 accuracy. Didn't bother maxing him. Just gave him the basics. There's nothing else to him. He's not booked. He's not masteried. Nothing. Now let's go through all the newts, and you'll see these builds plenty of times, and eventually I'll stop showing them. So newt 1, we have in Relentless with Smite. He's chilling at 44.6k HP, 3.6k defense, 216 speed, 100% crit rate, 233% crit damage, and 203 accuracy. Pretty low on the accuracy side of things, which is why we're going to end up having to use accuracy leads on other sides of the other dungeons. Now, we have full books, Brimstone, as I mentioned, and just going down Master Hexer, Giant Slayer, as always on a newt. Now, newt number 2, we have him in Righteous and Cruel. He has 36.7k HP, 3.3k defense, 211 speed, 100% crit rate, 286% crit damage, and 269 accuracy. So his crit damage is going to be lower just because it's so much gear that we're having to spread out amongst multiple people who need to be built the exact same, so a little bit lower. Fully booked, and then basically the exact same masteries. Now, the last newt, but certainly not the least newt, is going to be this newt in a speed set. He is chilling at 36 HP, 3.7k defense, 211 speed, 100% crit rate, 192% crit damage, and 259 accuracy, fully booked, the exact same masteries. We're not looking at anything new here. And then the last one is going to be Venus. Venus is in Relentless and speed. She is at 69.5k HP, 3.7k defense, 256 speed, and 418 accuracy, fully booked, going down in War Master with Master Hexer. And now, let's go ahead, and I'm going to push this until I get to a point where I think we're farming just fine. So, I'll see you guys as soon as we get there. Alright guys, so stage 10, 5 turns, pretty simple, 16 seconds, nothing to be upset about there. One of the faster teams I've ever seen. We had to take out one of the newts and put in Razzlevarg, as he brings increased speed and the speed lead. You could bring in any turn meter booster. High Katoon would actually be a great one. The speed lead, speed increase, and turn meter boost. But seems to be right, probably like a 99.9% win rate. It would have to take everything getting resisted for it to not work. Let's go ahead and show you Razzlevarg real quick. So Razzlevarg is in 2 speed sets. He has is it Kill Streak or Soul Reap? Yeah, Soul Reap before Soul Reap so that if somehow it lives, he goes ahead and kills it as soon as he gets a turn. So 42.5k HP, 2.9k attack, 2.5k defense, 254 speed, 100% crit rate, 253% crit damage, and 260 accuracy. He is fully booked Soul Reap, as I mentioned, and is going down Lasting Gifts, Master Hexer, and War Master. And so yeah, that is his Spider Hard 10 team. He actually didn't even ask for Spider, but I noticed that he was on 20, and well, perfect team for stage 10. So now I think we should go ahead and move on over to Fireknight. Fireknight being, I'd say, the second most important dungeon. Spider being the most important, as it's the best place to farm silver, and yeah, that's super important. So we're gonna go ahead and build out the Fireknight Hard team. So we have Lady Macaj, 2 Newts, a Stag Knight, and a Fat Man. I'm gonna get this built. We're gonna push it, and I'm gonna show you the builds. So be back as soon as done as these people are built. Alright everybody, so they are built, and I am very happy with these builds. The Newts we've already seen, but the Lady Macaj is pretty crazy. So, I mean, let's start off with her. We have her in Relentless and Perception. She is at almost 102k power, 47.5k HP, 4.8k defense, 281 speed, 516 accuracy. She has to be at this level of accuracy for Sand Devil, which is something we're going to talk about later. She is booked for the most part, which was pretty nice. Not her second form, but her first form, so she can get that cooldown on her ally attack. She is ready. 6-star polymorph gives her a lot of room when it comes to the arena, as well as survivability. A lot of survivability stats in polymorph. And then her masteries are Lasting Gifts, Master Hexer, Eagle Eye, and Cycle of Revenge. Next up, let's just go ahead and show you the Newts again. We have the Relentless Newt. I'm not going to read through his stats. You guys have already seen him. Just going to show you the build real quick. And then the second Newt, let's just go ahead and show you the build really quick. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and swap this over to Newt number 3. I did prefer that build, so let's go ahead and plop him in here. And that means that this is the one. So, here it is. Quick little overview. And then we have Stag Knight. So Stag Knight is going to be very nice for this team in a speed set. He is at 45.3k HP, 3.4k defense, 251 speed, and 277 accuracy. Fully booked, has Phantom Touch, is going down. You have to have Sniper. He has Master Hexer and has War Master. And then the last person, but still in a very nice build, is Fat Man. And protection and accuracy. He's at 30k HP, 3k attack, 2.6k defense, 258 speed, 96% crit rate, 108% crit damage, 264 crit. I meant accuracy. Sorry guys, a lot of stats to think about. Fully booked, has Phantom Touch, is just War Master, Lasting Gifts, and Master Hexer. And now it is time to go ahead and test out this team, take it through, see what it can do, and I'll be back as soon as this is done, guys. Alright everybody, we got a pretty fast stage 6 hard team going here. 224 is, I mean, very quick. We could definitely take this team to 10, but I think the speeds are just a little low, and stage 7 is a whole pain to get through, as we are basically all negative affinity. Any blue affinity just kills us, and green affinity makes Lady Macaj basically useless. So we're going to stay at stage 6 for the time being until we can get some more live arena done. Now, this is a huge improvement from where we were. We were on stage 1, and it was very slow. So now we're moving up into stage 6, so very happy about that. Now the next place we're going to go is going to be we're going to go to Dragon's Lair, and we're going to push hard here. Now I believe we will be able to get at least a decent time here. Dragon hard, we have 2 Corvus, a Venus, a Renegade, and a seer. I no no before let me explain it before. So the idea here is that we have two Corvus going through poisoning along with a Venus doing decreased defense and weaken, and then we're going to have a shield set on Renegade, so we're not going to have too many buffs, but what we are going to have is a crap ton of poisons after the no after the one decently sized hit from Seer comes out, and then the poisons will kill off everybody else. So I'm going to get everybody built, and we're going to move on and see if we can get to stage 10 at an okay time. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, a small change of plans here. I noticed that there was Stultus. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're bringing in Stultus because he's the best person to kill out the dragon, and that means that we're changing up the team a little bit. We're going to bring in Artak, and we're going to keep Venus for her HP burn, and we're really just going to try to HP burn and poison down the waves, and hopefully there shouldn't be too much issue with that. If there is issue with that, I'll switch up the team, figure it out. But I hope that bringing in Stultus will do a lot for the team in the speed compartment and well, department, and this should work out. So be back just like last time once this is built. Alright guys, so a few changes were made to the team, and we ended up deciding on this being the final team. We have Emic, Corvus, Pythion, Stultus, and Corvus. So let's go ahead and show you the builds. So we have Emic in a toxic set for clan boss. He's chilling at 47.7k HP, 2.2k defense, 246 speed, and 363 accuracy. Fully booked, has brimstone, is just going down into War Master and lasting gifts. Next up, we have Corvus number 1. Corvus number 1 is in reflex set for clan boss. He's at 37.6k HP, 4000 defense, 234 speed, and 332 accuracy. He is fully booked, has brimstone, is just going down into War Master, along with counterattack masteries, again for clan boss. Next up, we have Pythion. Pythion is in bolster and speed sets, 69k HP, 3.4k defense, 262 speed, and he is fully booked, has Chainbreaker, and is just going down into Timely Intervention with Turn Meter and Counterattack Masteries. Don't forget that lasting gifts. Next up, we have Stultus. Stultus is in Regen. We just have him pretty good HP at 58.8k HP, 4.6k defense, 151 speed, and 310 accuracy. He is fully booked, and it's just going down into Elixir of Life, Cycle of Revenge, and Spirit Haste. And then last but not least, we have Corvus number 2 and Regen. He is chilling at 60k HP, 3.8k defense, 197 speed, and 286 accuracy. He is fully booked, and it's just going down into Iron Skin with Master Hexer. Iron Skin just so he can live a bit longer. Now with this team, we were able to push to 10, and it is a pretty, well, seems to be a very consistent 2-minute run. 100 turns, pretty solid. It'll have different ups and downs of speeds, but I think this is a very good team to go with, considering we were down in like stage 5 and 2:30. Now we're below 2 minutes at stage 10. Next up, we are going to take on the Ice Golem. So, in Ice Golem, we're shooting for hard, but if we can't get to hard, well, just something Ice Golem would be awesome. And the fun thing about this is that almost everybody here is built, and let's just double check and see how Duchess is built. Okay, yeah, no, everybody's built. So let's go ahead and show you guys these builds, and then see how far this team can go. So we already showed Corvus, well, both Corvus and Venus. Let's just go ahead and take a peek at these builds one more time. Quick little run through of everybody here. We have, we're Corvus number 2 right here. We literally just showed him, but let's show him again. Next up, we have Venus. Venus we've shown before. Everybody we've shown before, but Duchess, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and show everybody. And now let's move on over to Duchess. So Duchess is in a bolster and speed set. She's at 83k HP, 2.3k defense, 252 speed, bolster and speed as I mentioned, and intimidating presence, fully booked, timely intervention, cycle of revenge, and lasting gifts. Now I'm gonna go ahead and run this team, guys, see how far this can push, see if we can get into hard and get any form of time there. And yeah, I'll see you guys as soon as we get some form of idea. Alright everybody, I think this is just gonna be where we stay on stage 3 of hard. This started getting a little bit sketchy, and I think if we go any further we're just going to be taking way too much damage, so stage 3 of hard is better than where he was beforehand. Now we've gotten through all of the 4 main dungeons, which means we can branch off to either Iron Twins or Sand Devil. Now, when it comes to Iron Twins, it's really just gonna be I mean, compared to where we are now, it won't be hard to get further, but I think it will start to struggle near stage, let's say 10 or 15. But yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and start off with Sand Devil, as it is going to take the most amount of time out of anything in this takeover, and time it took. So we pushed this up into Sand Devil 18, but it just isn't quite working, guys. I think it might be a speed issue, but at the current level of gear of this account, it really just isn't going to happen unless you manual it up at this high. Not to say you can't do it manual, but manualing it is pretty difficult, and there's a lot of RNG to it. So for now, we're just going to say, if you want to manual it, you're more than capable, but the easy farms are going to be like like stage 12 or something. But yeah, so I'm not too much of a fan of how the builds turned out. Well, the build turned out. Riho is just not all that fast. She's not all that well built. So we're not really going to worry too much about that. And we're just going to take a little bit of a look at Iron Twins before I head off to bed. But yeah, so on Iron Twins, it's really just going to be this set of champions. We already have Stag built, we already have Duchess built, we already have Newt built. So we're just going to build up 2 people really quick, take this down, or at least try to, and then I'm going to head off to bed. So give me about 10 minutes, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so just from a little bit of testing, this team is going to do just fine all the way up and through. All the way up and through any of the Iron Twins. A little bit of RNG when it comes to Fireknight placing his decreased speed, but it should work just fine, especially with the preset. Now let's go ahead and show you the builds, as I kind of skipped around a little bit at the end here. So we got, well, we have our Newt. This is the Relentless Newt. He just has Smite, that's why he's the one that we're using. Next up is Duchess, bolster, speed, just like I showed earlier. From there we have Fireknight right here. Next up we have our Brogni. So Brogni's an immortal and accuracy, 63k HP, 2.7k defense, 216 speed. Not really any accuracy, fully booked, and is just going down into Giant Slayer and lasting gifts. And last but certainly not least, the most important one of the team really is going to be Geomancer. So Geomancer has 36k HP, 3.1k defense, 245 speed, and 367 accuracy. Fully booked, has cruelty, is going down in a War Master and Master Hexer. So with him, he's a little low on the accuracy, but hopefully with Fireknight's passive and Newt's lead, he'll be okay. If not, you'll just have to run a little bit of a lower level, but it shouldn't be any issue to run, let's say 13 or 12 or 13 should be perfectly fine with the accuracy given. So guys, I'm just gonna call this the ultimate dungeon takeover. I am very happy with how everything turned out, and I'm sure that Dreska is gonna be more than happy with how everything is. So if you guys did learn anything from this video, enjoy this video, I do ask that you hit that like button and subscribe. If you want this sort of service yourself, go ahead and join the Discord through the link in the description. That's where you can find an amazing community of people that are more than happy to help you, and my services, account takeovers with different prices and different levels. This is a limit takeover where I go through and do a whole bunch of stuff, but there's plenty of other things, small things like gear cleanses or just other types of takeovers. But besides that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.